Hi! I'll get to the actual video in a second, but real quick, this is my first storytelling animation, and I worked super hard on it, and would mean a lot if you subscribed. I went to a theme park last week, and besides the fear that I had sent $137 to the wrong person, which all turned out to be fine, it was a great trip. Rode my favorite rides, bought one of those overpriced souvenir roller coaster photos I love, hunted down a giant pretzel, and ate some Dippin' Dots. Oh, and waited in the worst line ever! That might be slightly over-dramatic, but if purgatory was real, it was the line to Avalanche Mountain. There's a theme park a couple hours away, and usually my family would go the last week it was open when the park was practically empty and ride all of our favorite rides in the rain. But I went with my extended family this year, so we actually went when the water park was open. Because nothing says summer fun like you and 300 of your closest friends standing in 90-degree weather as your fleshy feet burn into the concrete while you wait in line to shoot down a plastic tube. I digress. My cousin wanted to go on some of the big slides, so after doing some of my favorite real roller coaster rides, we left my high-speed thrills and quick-moving lines to change into our swimsuits and join the masses at the water park. It went well for a while, sure. Were the lines moving at a snail's pace? Yes, but hey, we got a few rides in. But those lines have scarred me forever. 3 rides in, and we decided to go to Avalanche Mountain. It's one of those big slides with the giant tubes that fit like 6 people. So I had hope that because of the ride's higher capacity, it would move faster. My hope died when someone asked me what time it was, and I looked at my watch and noticed it had been 30 minutes, and we had seen 4 rafts pass. Do some quick math, and you'll see, that's not good. Now, okay, sure, I was getting a slight sunburn, but lines move slow sometimes. That's no big deal. The big deal was when the line didn't move after 15 minutes, and all of a sudden 2 lifeguards and a manager start cutting up line with a wheelchair. Now, thankfully, everyone seemed fine. They wheeled down a conscious person guzzling water, so I assume that they just passed out from it, which isn't fun, but I'm glad they're okay. Now, this should have been a big enough red flag that we should have left the line and cut our losses at 45 minutes and just done something else. But no! We hoped the line would start moving after the slight medical emergency, and it did. Slowly. Very, very slowly. We weren't the only ones getting restless. People kept on leaving the line, so the original people in front of us had left, therefore changing who we would be stuck with in line. Meaning, instead of the normal humans in front of us, we had a couple and their 2 kids in front of us. As this is a water park, there were children. Usually this wouldn't bug me. I acknowledge that children can be a lot, but that's why they have parents. Parents that should advise their children against running back and forth in this 2-foot wide line and bumping into strangers repeatedly. And these parents were perfectly capable of controlling their small creatures, because when the mom saw her son completely ram into my cousin, she made the little gremlin apologize, and he did. But the reason their parents weren't stopping them the whole time in this line with very limited space is that this couple was full-on enthralled with each other. I get it, okay? I'm glad the romance survived 2 children, but please do not make out with your significant other in line at a theme park. At one point, she stuck her hand down the back of the swimsuit. I'm standing there with what is now a slightly concerning level of sunburn. It is well over an hour. It is hot, I am tired, and these tornadoes with legs are literally rolling on the ground. And this couple is way past PG. Not to mention, the music in line was the most random music ever. Between the screams of people actually on the ride, we were listening to 21 Pilots, Disney music, and jazz. I endured this for about 2 hours until we finally got up the rest of the hill to sit in our tubie. We go down the ride, and I don't even get wet. When I got off, my hair was completely dry. So if you ever find yourself at a theme park in Idaho, ride Ricochet Rapids, the green slide, and when you do get to careen down the much more interesting slide, remember, I suffered so I could warn you. Also, if you're a couple in line, keep your tongues to yourself. Otherwise, you might traumatize a person so much that they learn animation just to tell the horrors. Okay, so I know that really wasn't that bad, but I wanted to have an easy story to animate. It was just funny enough, short enough, and quick enough that I thought it would be a good first animation. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. I want to do more of these, hopefully at a slightly better quality than whatever this was. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye, peeps!